Hey, what's going on today? Alright, so Edgar Ruiz here, soon to be retired Master Sergeant Ruiz. Alright, so again, this is trying to inform uh, young people about the military. Today, definitely wanted to talk about some of the benefits the military has, alright? And one of the things that I mentioned in one of the videos that I did early on was about going to goarmy.com. Alright, that is a good website, gives you a lot of the information that you need, and that should be your first step if you're thinking about joining the military. Alright, then after that, if you are, then again, talk to a recruiter. Alright, what I want to talk today about is the benefits from what I saw. Alright, so one of the things that I want to talk about too is like, growing up, I was born in Guatemala, came to the United States, as a preteen pretty much, and then once I was in high school, I started in Jersey, in Newark, New Jersey, went to Eastside High School. Then I transferred to Massachusetts, went to King Philip High there. After that, I decided to join the military. Alright, one of the things that I joined for only initial term of 2.5 years to include training. However, those 2.5 years turned into 23 years of federal service, active federal service. And one of the things that I really enjoy about the military was, truthfully, the benefits that it does offer. Alright, so I got my notes right here, and I also have the goarmy.com website right here. So that way, I know I'm telling you what I know. Alright, so one of the perks, of course, is the salary. Alright, you have the choice of getting paid once a month or twice a month, or for twice a month. Alright, depending on the state that you live in, you might not get state taxes. Of course, you still got to pay your federal taxes and so on. Alright, so salary is pretty good. To start you up, if you come in as private, E1, to start you up with a base salary of, I want to say, close to $2,000. Then it goes up from there. But again, the more time you spend in the military and the more rank you get, then your pay goes up. And every January, you get a pay raise, right? And then every anniversary of you joining the military, you also get a pay raise. So some years you get 2 pay raises a year. All right, so can't say that about many jobs. All right, so the salary is pretty good, very competitive. I gotta say. All right, and then of course later on you have the option of going officer if you want to. All right, don't let anything stop you if you want to go officer, warrant officer. Warrant officer, well, you have to become a non-commissioned officer, and we'll talk about that later on. All right, so another benefit the military has, and I know my family enjoyed it, I know I enjoyed it, is the medical benefits. I know there's a lot of hype about military care and everything, but they do offer now. Military care has come a long way, and it's pretty much free for you and your dependents. All right, so whoever's your dependent, when you come in, if you're married, you have kids, a wife, and everything, those are your dependents, they get free medical. All right, and there's some stuff that you don't have to pay full price for it too, but for the most part, it's pretty good. It's called TRICARE. You also get for active duty members. All right, you get free dental. You get 2 exams, 2 cleanings per year. If you're on the outside, if you're in a military installation, yeah, you get it once a year. You get your dental exam. All right, with your cleaning, and then you can also enroll your family for dental. You have to pay a premium of I want to say no more than $30 a month, but they do cover your basic exams for your family, and they do cover a portion of anything major. Of course, you have to get authorization for that. All right, let's not forget about now life insurance. This is probably one of the best programs that I've seen compared to a lot of them. For about $25, you cover yourself up for $400,000. And I suggest that if you do join the military, you do get the $400,000, because remember, you got to think about the people you're leaving behind and everything, to cover the expenses, to make sure that they're taken care of. So life insurance is good. All right. Also, like if something does happen to you while in the military, serving in, whether you're reserve, National Guard, active duty, while you're in uniform, you have to be on active duty orders, of course. Is a death gratuity, which is another $100,000 that your family gets up front. All right. Now, what other benefits are there? Well, you have educational benefits. All right. You have the post 9/11 GI Bill, which it pays about 3 full years of college, or 4, depending how you use that money. All right. At the same time, you get a stipend for books. You get a stipend for housing expenses. All right. So it's a pretty good program. And depending on how long you stay in, if you don't use it, you can transfer it to your dependents or to whoever you feel that that money needs to go to. Of course, there's a service obligation that you incur when you do that. And the reason I say that, because another benefit the military has, again, this is again National Guard, Army Reserves, active duty, is tuition assistance. I got my bachelor's solely on tuition assistance. All right, so I was just getting the paperwork, going into Go Army Ed, doing my classes there. That's another website that I will talk about later. And pretty much the military paid for my bachelor's degree. They also pay for 3/4 of my master's degree. All right, so I did use tuition assistance for my master's. So I do have a master's in public administration, and so I didn't have to spend much on my education because the Army paid for it, and my education was a combination of both face-to-face and online classes, and which makes it very easy. So you got to think about that. And they just don't offer that money for college, but they also offer certificates. All right. That you can use for later on in your career. All right. Right now, I'm in the process of, as I get ready to retire, I'm in the process of getting a project management certification, which I can get it through the military. All right. So there's a lot of opportunities there. And the thing too, with that GI Bill, you don't need to use it just for strictly college. You can use it for a technical vocational school, for a trade school. All right. For the apprenticeship. So all that is there for you to use. All right, so what else do you get? Job training, right? Now I talked about briefly about the ASVAB on a previous video. The higher you score, the more job opportunities are offered to you. Now, if you want to go infantry, that's entirely up to you. You still learn some schools, but you also still have the opportunities to go to other schools there. All right, my first job in the military, I didn't know anything about vehicles, engines, everything, so I decided to be a mechanic. I went in there, and I gotta say I became a pretty good mechanic, and then I changed my MOS, my job, to military intelligence, and that's what I do now. And that has given me security clearances, has opened up the world, a lot of opportunities for me. All right, I was a first sergeant for a MI company, a military intelligence company, and I got to know a lot of the jobs that are offered there. Right, so you got to think about that. Okay, what is it that you want to do in the military? I know that we tend to see a lot of movies, a lot of things about the military that they show, like all types of action, doing all kinds of stuff, and I will talk about that in another video. All right, about the realities of Army life based on my experience. All right, but you got to think, okay, if you have a passion for medical stuff, they offer medical jobs. All right, and then later on, if you decide to go officer, then you can become a registered nurse or be a doctor. All right, one experience that I'm gonna share with you is my son, who is also in the military. He got into college under ROTC, and it was a full scholarship for him. Now he's in medical school, paid by the military. After he finishes medical school, he is going to owe it year per year to the military, but he is, bottom line, he's debt free. All right, so they have good benefits. You just got to know what you want, what you're looking for, and what passion do you have about it. All right. For example, too, let's stay in the medical field. You go in as a medic, you pretty much become an EMT. All right. Now I will get more information in regards to that. All right. But there are so many things out there. All right. You can be piloting drones. You can be, I mean, driving a tank. I mean, it just depends on what you want to do. If you have a skill, use it in the military. If you play an instrument, you can also come in as a musician, as a band member. All right, there's plenty of opportunities out there. All right, so one of the biggest things for me is the benefit that I have right now, that retirement. I'm retiring after 20 years now. That benefit has changed in the last couple of years. I fall under the old legacy system, where yes, I will get a paycheck, at least half my paycheck, my base pay, for the rest of my life. The new system is more like a 401k system, because it was before that if you did 3 to 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, once you get out, you just got your discharge papers and you went on your way to whatever you wanted to do and use your GI Bill however you wanted to use it. But now under the new system, the 401k, and I will talk again about that in another video. If you get out at 3 years, 4 years, then you take that 401k and you can roll it over into a different IRA, into a different job. So that money continues to grow for you. And once you reach 20 years, if you continue to put money in it, then you can transfer all that money into your new job. And you can definitely make big bucks out there, all right? And the military matches up to a certain percentage. All right, so what are other benefits in there? All right, family support groups. All right, your family will have access to behavioral health if there's any issues, special programs, all right, moral welfare and recreation programs. All right, so it's not just you that gets some of the benefits. If you're married, then your dependents get some of those benefits too. I'm not going to say all of them, but they get some of those benefits. All right, depending on your rank too, your spouse may qualify for tuition assistance on the military too. All right, so there are special programs for that. And let's not forget about 30 days of leave per day. All right, and you can accumulate. If you don't take those 30 days, you can roll them over to the next year. You can accumulate up to 60 days for 2 years. Then after that, then you cannot go over 60. You can, but then you have to take a leave. All right, well, depending how you use your leave, it's well worth it, because you can take 3 days here, 3 days there, and come back right before the weekend. So that way you don't lose those leave dates, and use 3 and 4 day passes to your advantage. And I can talk about that more into detail. All right, so just got to think about that. All right, if you truly want to join the military, again, the military is not for everyone. It is not. All right, only 1% of the population joins the military or is accepted into the military. All right, but I do gotta say that the benefits package that the military does offer is excellent, and it's just not just the Army. All right, I believe the Marines, Air Force, Navy, they offer the same thing. All right, but again, this is my experiences through the Army. All right, so that is it for now, and hopefully this little talk helped. And again, if you got any questions, don't hesitate to put them in the comments. All right, or you can just try to shoot me a line or two. All right. You want to subscribe and everything, where I post videos where you get more information, hey, just click the button on there, subscribe, and we'll go from there. I mean, if you like it, give me a like. If not, hey, that's okay too. All right. So we can go from there. All right, that's all I got for now, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace out.